Hello and welcome to the Dragon Den. I'm King of Dragons 5000 and today I have another action figure review. Today I'll be taking a look at the Jada Toy Street Fighter 2 Blanka. Getting the feral monster Blanka out of the packaging, he looks quite menacing. Blanka does look quite impressive, and Jada Toys was able to give him a lot of nice details. And at first glance, the overall build of Blanka does look quite impressive. Blanka is going to have two different head sculpts. He'll also come with two sets of hands, as well as his lightning thunder effect piece. As we take a closer look at Blanka, he looks very good, and Jada Toys did opt to go with a less saturated skin tone. It still looks nice and is very accurate to the character artwork. As we take a look at the head sculpt, Blanka is going to have this very menacing sneer on him. The sculpt work on his face is going to be fantastic, from his very big beetle brow all the way down to his menacing jawline. And the paint applications for his eyes and his teeth are going to be very clean. Blanka's hair is going to be very massive and unkempt and has a lot of nice details. The sculpt work in the hair is done very well, and Jada Toys even added this really nice wash to it. Blanka is going to have this very massive broad torso and does look very good, and I really like the shade of green used for his skin. The muscle definition on Blanka is going to be spot on and makes him look very muscular. Blanka is going to have his signature tuft of hair on his chest, which carries over onto his abdomen. Although the sculpt is a little bit soft, it is really nice to see they painted it very well. The rest of his muscles are going to have this subtle shading, which only highlights how much detail is packed in Blanka's torso. Blanka's arms are going to be massive and muscular, and they did a really good job with the muscle striation. All the muscle groups are done very well, and once again we have that very nice shading. The elbows are a little bit discolored and they don't match the rest of the skin, but as we have a look at his forearms, they're done very well. We will have some hair sculpted on the outside of his forearm, once again painted very well, although the sculpt is still kinda soft. Blanka is going to be wearing a pair of torn brown pants, which have some really nice detail to them, as you can see the tears at the top and along his legs. We will get some nice texturing here on his pants, and Jada Toys even added a wash. The rest of his leg is going to be cast in green plastic, however you can still see some discoloration from the rest of his leg and his knee. And on the front of his shins you can see the hair is still going to be sculpted, however it is sharper here on his legs. Around each of his ankles he will have these metal shackles, which are painted and done very well. And finally, as we have a look at his massive feet, the sculpt work on them is going to be done very well, and he will have his sharpened nails. Overall, Blanka is going to have some very good details, as the muscle striation is highlighted by that very impressive paint job. Although the hair sculpt could be a little bit sharper in some places, it's still painted very well. And it is rather unfortunate that he does have some discoloration in the elbows and his knees. But with the paint and details out of the way, let's compare Blanka to our usual suspects. As he is one of the Jada Toys deluxe Street Fighter figures, he's going to be bigger than domestic toy lines. And that is going to make him substantially taller than true 1/12 scaled action figures and the rest of your Jada Toys line. Blanka is going to have a double ball joint in the head and a hinge in the neck. Butterfly joints in his shoulders. Arms hinge out to the side and do a full 360. A swivel in the bicep and double hinges in the elbow. Hinge and swivel at his wrist. Blanka will have a double ball joint in his upper torso and a ball joint in the lower torso. His legs will kick forward, go back, out to the side, and have a thigh swivel. He will have a double bend in the knee, a swivel at his foot, a hinge in the ankle, and forward-facing pin. Blanka is one of my favorite Street Fighter characters, and he has such an iconic design. Although sometimes Blanka is depicted having darker green for his skin, I am happy that Jada Toys went the route of the muted green. It's rather unfortunate that there is some discoloration in the plastic used here on Blanka. However, that discoloration is just an issue on the first release of Blanka, and future releases will fix that discoloration. Overall, despite that discoloration in the plastic, he's still a very solid figure. And I am really happy that they did include the electrical effect here for Blanka, as it does highlight one of his signature attacks. As he is a much bigger, broader figure, he is part of the deluxe series from the Jada Toys Street Fighter line. Originally at $30, his price was increased to $35, however, there is a lot to love here on Blanka. With his iconic design, he is essential to have in any Street Fighter collection. And at the time I'm making this video, he is available on sites like Big Bad Toy Store and is starting to hit stores such as Walmart and Target. So with that being said, thank you for watching another video here on the Dragon Den, but before you go, don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, and check out the rest of my Street Fighter and Jada Toys videos. If you're in a position to help out the Dragon Den, check out my Patreon, where I have some exclusive content and early access videos. Check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, videos, recent pickups, latest prints, and as always, ring that bell so you never miss another video. And until next time, my loyal Dragonites coming from the Dragon Den, I'm KingofDragons 5000 reminding you to redesign, rebuild, and reclaim. I'll see you next time.